What's up guys, it's your bro, Rich here again. Today's video is now part 6 on the Gen 3 Camaro. Today I'm now doing the next few parts, which is both 1991 and 1992. And for my 7th and final part will be about both the engines and production. But for now, let's do the first two bits and then the final few pieces left. So today I am now talking about both the 1991 and the 1992 versions. So, before I get started, make sure you all like the video. Subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you literally when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So starting off with the first one is 1991. Here we go. Production for the 91 Camaro started in February 1990. Big changes occurred as all Camaros received a facelift in the form of a ground effects pack for not only RS but also the Z28 models. Z28 models, while the Iraq Z was no longer offered. So while the Iraq Z was no longer offered. So no longer offered. So no longer offered. Unfortunately, but oh well, it is what it is. The Z28 also featured a high-rise wing or spoiler and non-functional hood blisters or hood intakes. The CHMSL center high mount stoplight was relocated from the spoiler to the top of the hatch again, like the 86 models. Except the housing was now in the inside rather than the outside of the hatch. The convertible still retained the spoiler-mounted third brake light. The B4C special service option was made available to law enforcement. Said the B4C special service so the B4C special service option was made available to law enforcement, government, and military agencies. For example, one of the B4Cs was used for the California Highway Patrol. So they're used for the cops. So again, they were used for law enforcement, government, and military agencies. The B4C the B4C amounted to little more than just both a Z28 powertrain and suspension in the RS. CCM, so Carcraft magazine refers to the B4C as a 1LE equipped with air conditioning, although this is slightly erroneous because in 1991 the large brakes with PBR calipers from the 1LE pack weren't included with the B4C. just under 600 B4C Camaros were sold for 1991. Power ratings on the 5.7 liter 350 TPI V8 were as follows: 245, so at 4,400 RPM, 245 horsepower. It's not bad. And at 3,200 RPM, 345 pound-feet, say 345 pound-feet, 468 newton meters of torque. Say at 3,200 RPM. Power ratings on the 5-liter 305 TPI. So 305 TPI V8 motor, on the other hand, were as follows. Slightly less power and torque though, but still a lot. at 40 at 40 at 42 and at 4,200 RPM this time, so 200 RPM is less than before. 230 horsepower, so 15 less than previously. And at and at the same 3,200 RPMs as previously, 300 pound-feet, 407 newton meters of torque. So that's 45 pound-feet, 61 newton meters less than previously. So yeah, same 3,200 RPMs though. And of those two, I still picked the 5.7 liter 350 V8. Perfect car. Say perfect. Say 3,200 RPMs. Power ratings on the 5 liter 305 5 liter 305 TBI V8 stayed the same at 4,000 RPM at 170 horsepower. Say 170 horsepower. Makes the same power as an E36 323 with the M52 B25 2.5 liter straight 6. That makes 170 horsepower. So stay the same at 4,000 RPM. So 4,000 RPM at so 4,000 RPM. So 4,000 RPM at 170 horsepower, and at 2,400 RPM. So 2,400 RPM, 255 pound-feet, 346 newton meters of torque. So at 2,400 RPM. Rumors say that these numbers were slightly underrated by General Motors, so GM, but this hasn't been investigated. Beginning with the 91 model year. So beginning with the 91 model year, GM pioneered some modified assembly techniques with both the F-body Camaro and Firebird, which are carried forward into the Gen 4 Camaro. Different seam sealers, structural adhesives, and body assembly techniques. Some body assembly techniques were employed in key areas in an effort to reduce both squeaks and rattles. So both that and improve the perception of quality. The SCCA, Sports Car Club of America, showroom stock ready 1LE pack continued with similar equipment to previous years, and was again triggered automatically by the G92 performance axle option. So performance axle option combined with the C41 basic ventilation system, so it's without air conditioning on the Z28 coupe. Last part, I'm moving on to the next one. Production of the 1LE increased to 478 units. Okay. Last version is 1992, and then move on to the last few final parts for the final video of the Gen 3 Camaro. So let's do it. So last one, 1992. Let's finish this. So 1992 was the final year. So 1992 was the final year. So the final year of the Gen 1992 was the final year of the Gen 3 Camaro, a 25th anniversary 25th anniversary so a 25th anniversary heritage edition. So heritage edition option has been planned um with Corvette Corvette aluminum cylinder heads. So Corvette aluminum cylinder heads, tubular exhaust headers, and a 6-speed manual. Pretty good. But this was unfortunately scrapped in favor of a heritage pack option, which is known as the RPO 03, which was only a graphics pack graphics pack of both badges and rally stripes. All 92 Camaros received a 25th anniversary badge on the dashboard. The 92 version of the Camaro B4C. So the 92 version of the Camaro B4C Camaro B4C SSP, so special server. Excuse me. So special service pack got the addition of got the addition of 1LE brakes. A total of 589 or 590, almost 600 in fact, B4Cs were sold. The B4C option was also deemed popular enough to be carried on to the Gen 4 model. Some TPI 92 Camaros received some of the leftovers from its Corvette cousin, which switched from TPI, so tuned port injection, to the new LT1 motor or engine series in 1992, the same year the 3rd-Gen Mustang was made, until they made the last one in 1993. So which switched from tuned port injection, so TPI, or tuned port injected, so TPI, to the new LT1 motor, so LT1 motor series in 1992. They received hold on. There we go. They received the rough texture cast aluminum style, and the intake runners from the TPI Corvette, instead of the regular Camaro, smooth tube ones. In some cases they were built with black painted valve covers instead of the normal silver valve covers. Some also received a blank throttle body plate. So blank throttle body paint. Not paint. A blank throttle body plate. There we go. Like the LT1. Like the LT1. Instead of the normal plate with TPI, so tuned port injection script, the change was purely cosmetic. Performance remained identical to the previous year. The RPO 1LE option combo, or combination, whatever the heck you want to call it. So combo, identical to the previous year. Whoa, jeez. Identical to the previous year. I'm well ahead of this. No. identical to the previous year, in both specification or spec and option requirements. Had its highest production year of the gen production had the highest production year. So the highest production year of the Gen 3 Camaro with 705 cars. With 705 cars so equipped. So with 705 cars equipped, as mentioned, the 1LE brakes were included with the B4C in 1992, accounting for 589, almost 590 of the 705 built. This meant that the only this meant that the only 116, almost 115 true 1LE only cars without air conditioning or the special service pack were built for the year. The vast majority the vast majority majority of the 1LE cars 1LE cars built during the 89-92 period were very sparsely equipped. Very sparsely equipped cars. Since they were intended for racing, where extra weight's a disadvantage, and interiors are often gutted after purchase, most were very lightly optioned. The majority of 1LE Camaros had the base interior with no power options, cruise control, or even floor mats. Some were even built without stereo systems, so without radios. 201 cars were built as stereo or radio delete in 1992. This was also the final year of production of the Camaro at the assembly at the assembly plant in Van Nuys, San Fernando. So San Fernando region in Los Angeles and California, and the U.S. as a whole until 2015. So it was 10 years ago. Okay, last part, and I'll end it there for now. The last Gen 3 Camaro produced was a red Z28. So it was a red Z28 coupe on August 27th 1992. So 1992. That features signatures of the assembly line workers. So that features signatures of the assembly line of the assembly line of the assembly line workers. All right, so that'll be it for now. So for my last Gen 3 Camaro video before I move on to the Gen 4 will be about both the engines and the production. So this is gonna be quite cool. I might do those later. I'm not too sure, but I'll find out. Anyways, guys, so so that'll be it. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. So like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think. hit the notification bell, and hit all, so you alert of when I make brand new uploads. All right, so that'll be it. Um, for now at least. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great morning, and also have a great day. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.